Last time.
Knock your head off your shoulders. I sit day by day.
URL made me. How? I'm making more than Smack.
In front of Jay, black, but in front of Smack, white. How you talking about?
Hold on, hawk down, people.
But unfortunately, things were starting to change again. As a few years into the deal, Caffeine decided to start charging for their live stream events. It's not confirmed, but some were saying that they were having trouble making a return big enough that they liked. This started to leave an off impression on the battle rap fans, as they were used to the free events. Throwing a price on it made it tough for some to stick around. There were discounts given to those who were subscribed to the URL app, but some didn't feel that was enough. The Caffeine rules were changing, but some of the battlers might have had to look at themselves instead of pointing fingers. Some wondered if the URL mismanaged the money during the deal, but Queensflip, who has been involved in battle rap for over a decade and a well-known personality on the Joe Budden podcast, spoke on how the return on investment wasn't as high as it could have been for Caffeine due to some battlers, him included, taking the deal for granted.
I want to be honest though. I'm gonna keep it real. Caffeine paid to have some of the audience come when I was doing a show to their platform, and I didn't meet my end of the bargain. I'm being honest. Okay. So they were paying me, and I didn't get the numbers that I was supposed to get because I wasn't focused on that. So you didn't do your side of it, right? So I didn't do my side of it. I would ask, give me some more time to get it together, but they gave me enough time to get it together. Caffeine was paying 10, 15, 20,000 a month to sit in front of the camera and talk. They paid me for mad months. Then I go on my YouTube and say, yo, come to Caffeine. I mean, in the beginning I did, but when the money is coming, I even try to figure a way to double the money, and I got away with it the first couple of times.
There's a bunch of stories in the streets of Caffeine stepping to rappers, paying them, giving them a bag for work promised.
Yes, he's right.
And then not getting it done. Sorry that you is mad that I'm not seeing a return. I know that they went and gave it to Smack, and then something was working because they went and gave it to a few of y'all. So if the bag is gone, you got rid of it. So who else is giving y'all 40 and 50 and 60?
I was about to say from one of the only mediums that was
for a battle.
Yeah.
And Caffeine, some of that is on y'all. True. Y'all kept spending money on these battle rappers instead of spending the money on what it would take to promote the battle rappers. Caffeine, that's on y'all, and the battle rappers, this is all on y'all. So
now, $10K a month to stream sounds like a good deal to me, but despite the easy money, some battlers and battle personalities didn't feel the need to do so. It's almost like the conversation the URL has about some battlers not wanting to promote. The point of them doing these streams is to bring an audience onto the platform. Or maybe this was a harsh reality to see that some individuals didn't have the influence or the fan bases that they thought they had.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Whatever the reason was, Caffeine seemed to be losing money, which is what resulted in them beginning to charge for their future events. This caused discourse between the fans as they were losing faith, with the URL seeing the writing on the wall. While they fulfilled their contract with Caffeine, they were working on one of their final moves in order to stay independent. Now, a couple years after, with the contract fulfilled and the URL no longer with Caffeine, Smack, Beasley, and the URL finally made the update with their apps that they can now live stream their own events without the need for Caffeine. This meant that everything you needed was in the URL app, no middleman needed. They've officially turned into their own fully equipped streaming service with a whole new interface that was much easier to navigate. They didn't need the help of another platform, and they were officially able to do everything in-house. I don't know how many black owners who have been able to accomplish this, but if you were a battle rap fan from the start of the URL era, or even the Smack DVD era, and you watched them grow like they did, you understand how monumental this accomplishment is. Now, despite the accomplishments, there were still people who weren't looking at things that way. There was a section of spectators who were against subscribing to the URL app, simply because you had to pay. They would express that battle rap should stay on YouTube, despite the fact that there were multiple reasons why it was harder to do so. Even Organic, a well-known league owner in the battle rap community representing King of the Dot out in Toronto, made a post about how some of the battles from their successful Massacre 6 event was having difficulties making it on YouTube because of the new YouTube guidelines that were in place. Even Hitman Holla had a post relating to the same thing when he was trying to drop his own battle from his Bags and Bodies page with him versus Kichigati. The rules were officially changing, and despite known difficulties, still wanted to get those YouTube drops because that was what they were familiar with, and anything but that, they looked at it as killing battle rap. Now other fans said that it was crazy to assume that battle rap is dying because certain people didn't want to pay $7.99 for a subscription while they were openly paying for Netflix or Spotify, which costs more. A split started to happen as people were distinguishing themselves as either individuals who were battle rap fans or individuals who were casual YouTube drop fans. Now, regardless of the pushback, URL stood strong and stayed loyal to their plan on remaining independent, and they were still rising in subscribers as the months went by. And with these new guidelines at YouTube only becoming more strict on certain content, is it too far-fetched to think that the other battle leagues who were having trouble might decide to go a similar route as the URL and create their own apps to avoid these restrictions? And if so, will that one section of fans finally decide to make the switch to subscribing? If this change does happen and leagues do take that route, that may be another example in real time of the URL being pioneers and elevating the battle rap scene to where everyone is following their steps to own their own content. Now, it really has been a journey for battle rap, from battling for free under the streetlights to making it more well-known through DVDs, to graduating from the DVDs to paid performances dropping on the internet, to finally graduating to the streaming services where it has now turned into a multi-million-dollar business. Like I said, if you've been here from the beginning, you saw the growth firsthand. And if you became a fan later down the road, it's never a bad thing to learn where it all came from in order to see how we made it to where we are today. And to be honest, I can only see things going up from here. I mean, they can make it through a worldwide lockdown where many businesses, unfortunately, didn't have the same success. The sky's really the limit. So I want to take this time to shout out Smack, Beasley, and the URL, as well as every other battle league from King of the Dot to RBE, and even Grind Time and Fight Club for the work they've contributed to the battle rap movement. And of course, I want to shout out every battler who has helped create those unforgettable moments and memories that'll forever be cemented in the battle culture. And lastly, I want to thank y'all for taking the time out to watch this video. Every like, comment, and subscription is appreciated more than you know. And with that, I'm gonna see y'all soon.
On a hawk down, people.
Gun down like a passenger. Arm after you.
I'll be back, man.
I'm better than you. My shape up better, my car faster, my drip better, my clothes fit better.
Battle tall T and said hit past the Glock the Fox. And then what?
Chainsaw Sister Massacre.
I'll be back, man.
And I keep it on me.
One of my bring two. Bring two. Go get three.
My tattoo's better. I'm stronger than you. My bitch thicker than yours. My gun's bigger than yours. My gun's bigger than yours.
Two. Bring four. Then four. Come back and alert me.
You don't give a F-U-C-C.
I hustle better. I can get $1 quicker than you. I talk better. I walk better. My shoes fit me better.
Two. Bring three. And three. Bring four.
Try not to whip like Gallagher.